Just over 6 years ago, I embarked on what turned out to be the most difficult journey of my life. Before I tell you all about it, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because you do not want to miss out on the amazing contents coming your way. I was just 15 years old when I was rushed into the hospital. I had severe bloating, incontinence, and stomach pains. I was so scared, I thought I was going to die. My stomach was so big, I couldn't control my urine flow. Every time I felt like I was going to urinate, I had to rush to the bathroom and I was in severe stomach pains. At the hospital, I was told I had to go into an emergency operation the following day. On the day of the operation, I wasn't too concerned. After all, I was a naive 15-year-old. After the operation, I was told I had cancer. Nothing can prepare you for that. I was all types of emotions. It took weeks to sink in. From that moment, my life changed. Subconsciously, I made the decision not to tell anyone about it, not even my friends. I was the only young person I knew that was going through this. I always thought old people got cancer. How could I have ovarian cancer? I didn't even understand my feelings. In fact, it's unexplainable. Fortunately for me, I was given the all clear after the first operation. I allowed myself a couple of months to recover, and in time, I began to accept and make sense of my situation slowly. I began to find my feet again. I continued school and was getting back on track with planning my potential future. I reacquainted myself with normal life and slowly came back to being an average 15-year-old. When I turned 16, my parents received a devastating news from my oncologist. My parents were faced with the harrowing task of telling me, their daughter, that the cancer had returned. I still have no words to describe what it felt like. Receiving the awful news and to see the pain I felt reflected back at me from the two people I loved the most. In our most difficult time, we held on to the surgeon's optimistic words. I told myself that the only requirement to recover was the removal of the tumor. A simple operation which I already knew I could handle because I had gone through it already. The surgery was a success again, but the biopsy revealed the cancer was aggressive. The word I dreaded the most, which was the word I didn't want to hear throughout this whole ordeal, were now being said to me. Chemotherapy. This one word scared me even more than the cancer itself. I knew this was a battle I couldn't face on my own, and denial was no longer working for me. And so, the day after my 16-year birthday, I began the first 3 courses of my chemotherapy in the hospital ward, feeling alone. After I finished treatment, I started facing the physical and emotional side effects. I lost my hair and I didn't feel beautiful. My parents were supportive and all, but I still didn't feel good about myself. The after effects of cancer are often overlooked. It is one of the most emotionally traumatic experiences a young person can go through. It can be really terrifying. Going from the immense physical turmoil, yet highly safe and secure environment of treatment, to the desolate, confusing world of adjusting back to regular life. This is all part of the battle any cancer patients will have to face. It's made even more difficult because you're young and going through all the usual things young people do. So if you're faced with such a similar situation, be strong. You can and will be able to overcome it. If you have a friend or sibling going through this, please be there for them. Help them feel beautiful. Comment your feelings down below.